Hi everyone, my name is Jess. Welcome to Move Mountains Pilates. Today we've got a 25-minute glute workout, just glute straight. All you're gonna need is a loop band. I've got two. These ones are just from Amazon, super cheap. They've lasted me years, honestly, easy peasy. But whatever you've got, okay? You can play with your resistance, obviously, if you have a pack of them. Most of the workout, I'm just using one that's more on the medium side. Start of it, I'm using the heavy one as well. Okay, so whatever you've got, grab that and let's get to it. You're gonna start lying down on your back. All right, so settle on your back. You've got your band around your thighs or multiple bands, depending on the resistance you've got. We've got our feet situated, sitting bone distance apart. We're grounding down through the upper arms, and then just some basic hip rolls. We'll tuck the tail, roll the hips up, find your full bridge at the top. Take a nice inhale to hold, exhale to melt down. Inhale to release at the bottom, exhale, tuck the tail and roll up. Getting your spine nice and mobilized here and warming up those glutes and hamstrings, of course. Now, since we've got the band, we're using it to keep our knees in line with the hips. Our legs want to cave in as they get tired, but keep that constant band tension the whole time. And we'll just finish off two more, trying to round your back as best as possible. And then at the top of this next one, let's hold it. Now, holding sturdy, make sure you find a sense of imprint. Tuck the tail, soften the ribs down. Then let's just pulse into the band. Both thighs press equally out and out and out, maybe pressing a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger with each one. Exhale to press out. Squeezing the glutes to hold you high, working the outer hips to press. Let's keep going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Now press one thigh out into the band, return through center, press the other thigh out. Keep alternating, and be sure the hips stay high and they stay level. It's okay if you go a little bit to the outside of your foot, but just be sure that you stay stable in your hips. You could always use your hands as feedback to make sure that you're stable and to make sure that you're holding that sense of imprint, no flaring ribs. That way we keep this out of the low back and keep it focused on the glutes. And definitely building some heat right around now. Enjoy the burn, keep breathing through it, you've got this. We're going 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's just hinge, tap the bum down, lift back up. Skipping the roll this time. Be sure that you're still pressing down through those upper arms. That's just gonna help to keep your shoulders open. Working with good posture. And here you might think about digging down deeper through the heels versus the toes. And think about pulling your bum towards the back of your knees, reaching forwards through your knees each time you get yourself up. If you're familiar with the reformer, same sort of feeling as keeping your carriage against your stopper. We've got 3, 2, and now this time at the top, hold it and pulse the hips up and down, an inch up, basically just releasing your bum cheeks and then squeezing them again. Do you still have stable band tension? Oh my gosh, I'm definitely starting to feel the burn. We're gonna keep working through it though. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the hips. Now let's alternate the hips. One hip dips, bring it back up. The other hip dips, bring it back up. The goal is to burn our booties today, so we're gonna do just that. Work through it. Take breaks as needed, but keep going. Keep joining back in whenever you can. Watch as you do this, that one knee doesn't cave in, okay? It's very small, stable band tension. We're gonna keep going. Just for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it high. Calf raises, heels up and down. If you need to, you could always walk your feet a little bit closer towards your bum. Whatever you need. 5 more. 4, just barely touching the floor as you lower each time. Find just as much work on the lowering phase as you did on the lifting phase. Now last one, hold the heels high, lower one heel, lift it back up, lower the other heel, lift it back up. Do you see a theme? We've got this. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that one heel flat. Tap the hips down, drive it back up. You're mainly pushing through that flat foot on the floor. I want you to keep going for another 3, 2, and last one. Switch sides. Keep going. Keep those thighs pressing out into your band, and you can always ditch the band as needed. Only 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Maybe a quick break, but we're not done there yet. Now I want you to turn the legs out so you're in a V. Heels are together and you're pressing your thighs open into the band even more. Drive the hips up and down there. Just tapping down and driving up. Keep spreading those knees wider and wider. Pull that band apart the best that you can. Woo. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, hug the knees. Maybe stretch the back of your legs, maybe rock side to side, whatever you need. And then we're gonna flip right over onto our hands and knees. Now, I'm gonna take off my heavier band. I'm just gonna keep my lighter band. It's still quite heavy though. Now hopefully this band doesn't blow away. Let's see if I tuck it under my mat if it stays. Okay, then let's start with the band left as is. Fingers spread wide on the mat. Shoulders are wide apart and you're pushing the floor away, tight through the waist. Just a single leg reach. Inhale, return, exhale, reach. And you can always shuffle the band down a little so it doesn't roll up. Now, in this setup, I'm not lifting very high, just because if I do lift high, that's where the band rolls up. So I'm really almost just tapping my toe back. Still getting into that glute though. Just notice your stability here. I want that to be the main focus of this one so that you can keep stable when we make it harder in just a second. Last one. Okay, now let's keep the left thigh around the band and then put your right foot, arch of the foot, around the band too. From here, we're doing donkey kicks. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You might also like to do this with the band kind of underneath your knee around the shin. Possibly that will keep you more stable. Driving it up, stretching the band as best as you can. And try your best to move right through center as well. The leg might want to kind of wobble in. Keep that outwards pressure. 4, 3, 2, hold it up, pulse, 10, 9, stretching the band more and more, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good job with that. And then let's just go right ahead and change sides. Lots of fiddling with this band. Okay, reset the shoulders, reconnect through the core, and drive it up. Feels so weird switching sides, doesn't it? Ribs are drawn in, no popping ribs. 5 more. And you're almost slowing it down slightly at the top so that you can get a little bit higher through that. 2. And we hold it up on this next one. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Put the band around your thighs once more. And then let's put the left elbow on the mat. Right hand stays where it is. Donkey kicks, not donkeys, fire hydrants. The other one. Now, to make this harder, you could also put your other band, if you have to, around your ankles. You do want to open your knee and ankle basically in line with one another here. And you also want to fight to keep that left hip stacked stable over top of that left hip. Watch that you're not kind of leaning backwards. Left leg will work a ton here as well. Keeping the chest and hips square to the edge of the mat. Even though you're not facing the mat, you're still centered and aligned. Oh my gosh, glutes are gonna be sore tomorrow. Twice more. And guess what we're doing? We're pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mini break. Oh my gosh, we have more on this side, just a little bit more. Okay, reconnect, engage the core, open the knee. Now I want you to reach, maybe tap the floor and bend. Can you keep stable band tension as you do this? Simply extend from the knee only. Oh my gosh, this burns. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I want you to hold that leg long, pulse up and down, 10, 9, oh, I regret starting at 10, 5, 4, longer and longer, 2, 1, oh my gosh, okay, take a moment, maybe kind of just press your hips open if hip flexors are tight, just whatever feels good. Whew. Oh, this is where I'm thankful for that wind. Okay, second side here. I'll turn around to face you just so that you can see what's happening. Okay, right elbow is down and that left knee is gonna open and close. Unfortunately, this side's harder because both glutes were working on that first side. So we're just deepening that burn. That's the thing about this glute band. Tons of outer glutes. Gluteus medius. We did it on the first side, we can do it here. We're gonna hold this one open and pulse. 10, 9. You guys better not blow away here with all this wind. 3, 2, 1, mini break. Oh my goodness, the hips. Okay, and then we go into that knee extension. Right elbow is down. Open the band, hold it stable. Tap and bend. Tap and bend. Keep that right shoulder down away from your ear. Watch that you're not sinking. Press up and away from the mat. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, and then we're getting these pulses over and done with, and pulse 10. We've got this. I think just 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Let's just go forwards. Open your hips, squeeze the glutes. Oh, nice big back extension. And then maybe a shell stretch. Okay. And then this is a glute focused workout. So we gotta keep focusing on the glutes, don't we? Let's take a seat. And then I want you to put the band around your ankles. I'm still gonna work with the lighter band. We're lying down on our sides. Now, you get to go flat down on your side. Tight through your waist. Try to lift up the bottom waist like you're creating a mouse hole space underneath you. Whether that's physically present or not, waist is tight. And then just lift and lower. You're welcome to point on the way up, flex on the way down, or one or the other. I want you to mainly focus on your hips staying stable and keeping that mouse hole space present. To do that, you're just gonna reach really long out of your leg. We've got 4 more. Stretch that band as best as possible while thinking about your length. Guess what we're doing at the top? We're pulsing. 10, 9, growing longer and longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Pick up your legs, put them at the front corner of your mat. Let's flex the bottom ankle. Reach out of your hip, find your mouse hole. Lift your top leg and you can point your toe. Now just tap forwards. Lift up and around, it's a rainbow. Now we brought the legs forward so that it's easier to keep your stability through the torso. If you bring your leg further back, you'll get a little bit more hip extension, but just watch that you're not arching your back to do that. Keep the ribs knitted. Definitely harder to stabilize that way. Try your best to keep stable band tension. I barely have tension on my band. Okay, I just have a little bit and that's more than enough. Even just this range of motion is quite challenging. We have 3 more. 2 more. And now with your last one, you're gonna keep your leg back, pulse backwards, press back and back and back, almost reaching your bottom toes forwards to counter that so that you're stable. Getting into the back of your bum cheek. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We have a second side. Let's get it done. Quick butterfly stretch though in between, soles of the feet together. Open those knees. Slow down your heart rate if it got up a little bit there. Maybe rock side to side. Okay, we gotta do the second side eventually. Find your nice long line. Okay, lift the bottom waist by reaching out of your top hip, point on the way up, flex on the way down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. This also gets right into your gluteus minimus. That's why it feels like so tight right around the joint of your hip. Overall, working all of the glute muscles. You've got 3 different ones: maximus, medius, minimus. Last one, we hold it up and we pulse. 10, 9, reach long. 5, what are your ribs doing? Keep them knitted in. And rest. Ooh, and then we have those rainbows. Rainbows are always the worst, aren't they? Stick your tail out behind you. Chances are it wants to tuck forwards. And then bottom ankles flex, top is pointed, and that toe just barely taps the floor. I actually don't care if it physically taps the floor. I'd rather you stay stable, so it's okay if you don't go back all the way. Try your best to maintain tension. Just 3 more. Hold it back and pulse backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Let's sit up and again do the butterfly stretch. Feet as close to the pelvis as feels comfortable, then you tip forwards. Maybe rock side to side. I'm thinking we're gonna do just one more little series with the band here. Get up to your feet, keeping the band around your ankles. Let's just do a little bit of this, okay? Let's just go into a bit of a squat. And then let's just step your left foot out to the side and back in. Pull that band apart. Try your best to keep the right hip stacked sturdy over top of the ankle. Just for 3, nothing too crazy. Then I want you to tap backwards. Stay hinged forwards, leaning into the front leg. The front glute does most of the work for balance. 5. Finding a stable spot to stare at. That's going to help you with your balance. Hold it back. And pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Shake out the hips. Whew. Okay, I was gonna do rainbows on that side, but that just sounds kind of awful, doesn't it? So if you wanna do some rainbows all the way around, go for it. Otherwise, second side. Shake it out, mentally prepare, and then let's physically prepare. Squat down, stabilize that left leg, tap, out and in. All of your body weight stays on that left leg. Left glute is gripping the sitting bone to hold you stable. Can you go lower? Keep those hips level. Watch that the right hip's not lifting. Last one, and then we go back. All of the weight on that front leg. Maybe you tip forwards, maybe you go lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it back, pulse. 5, opening that knee, nice and stable. Woo, okay, just stick the hips side to side. And then let's do that same thing, but in a fold forwards. You can either go flat down, hands on the floor, or hands just on your knees or shins. Stick the hip from side to side there. Heels stay grounded, but you really pop the hip over. That's how you'll find the stretch in the side of the head. You could even do it so that as you pop the hip, you also lift your arm and twist open to the sky. Oh, that feels good. One more per side. All right, and that's it. All right, I hope you're feeling good after that. Glutes on fire. You might be thinking of me for a couple days. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this, or maybe put this video into your save for later, and that way you can do it again another time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.